2, 1.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us for episode 18 of Better Than Heroes. We have a very special episode tonight. I'm excited to play. My name is Rachel Weeks. I play Klik, the level 5 Tohr-Kreen fighter. It is a couple quick announcements before we get started. It is September, which means subscriptions are a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
So if you've thought about subscribing and you haven't subscribed before, it's the perfect time to do it. If you've already subscribed, remember to resubscribe. It's a good time to resubscribe too. Also, I know a couple of you are using it already, but we have a new emote. It's Little Bessner.
Yeah.
We hit 35 subs, so we've got a number of emotes that you can use if you're a subscriber. If the emotes are just not doing it for you, we also have merch. You can get an emote in real life. There's t-shirts, there's stickers. Check those out, and there will be more on the way. But remember, the most important thing that you can do to support the stream isn't subscriptions or money. It's just telling your friends that you like the show and having them listen. So share the good news.
Send him a link right now.
But also money.
But also money.
Also, we have a Patreon. Speaking of money, we have a Patreon. I accidentally ambushed my own segue, trying to be funny. Yeah, we have a Patreon. We added a new tier. There's a new tier where you can play in our new monthly one-shot called Repos and Leads. It's like side stories that take place in this same universe. So you can influence this game, and this game will influence those games. It's very cool. We've played a few already. We've got another one coming up in October. We're also going to stream another one in October, so you can see what that's about. We also added some new bonus content on our Patreon. We have a new behind-the-scenes podcast called Later Than Heroes, and we just dropped the first episode of that on Patreon. So if you're a Void Wrangler or above, I can't say it without laughing.
You came up with them!
I wanted to be all business about it. So if you're a Void Wrangler or above, it's so insane.
Please line up over
If you are a Void Wrangler or higher, you can check that out. It's on the net right now. Harlan and I chatted with our moderator, Ted, about Better Than Heroes. We dropped I think we got some juicy tidbits in there. There's some stuff in there.
I was surprised about what came out of my mouth.
It's going to know. Anyway, it's a
Mostly fart sounds.
It's a fun, quick listen, and it's on Patreon now.
It
and
is
I'm Andrew
Rogan
Ovredahl, and I
style.
play Flute Whimteaser, the human bard, a.k.a. the Windrider.
Hi everybody, my name is Jordan Dahl. I play the Moonboy, a level 5 Moonboy, and I am a Void Wrangler, and I'm proud of it. I shout it when I go into Long John Silver's. I say, "Don't look at me! I've hurt your eye." I get a free Hush Puppies if I leave. But I am here to thank our sponsor, Big Top Studios, baby, making it happen. Taking us to space every week. Thank you so much, Big Top. Go to the website. Check them out.
All right. My name is Aaron Urist. I'm a level 5 Aaron Urist. This week is a very special episode. We have an awesome special guest. Eliza Skinner's here. Eliza is the head writer of Earth's Ned, as well as just a fantastic comedian out in the world. We're excited to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. We're going to get into it. We're going to watch our intro. We're going to watch our recap from last week's episode, and then we're going to play Dungeons and Yet.
And even as we speak, dragons.
And yet still, dragons.
One of these days you're going to run out.
Yeah.
All right, get us out of here.
Already close.
Never.
Last time on Better Than Heroes, as repairs continued on the Dinger, Goat offered her role as bosun to Klik, saying that she did not want to work on the ship anymore. Cobble began creepily preparing for her own death.
Cobble walks in wearing all black, and she's holding a candle.
Does death require a costume change?
Yes.
Moonboy spoke to Windrider about what he remembered of his past and the destruction of his homeworld.
And I dream of a place where there are lots of people like me, and there's a great moon that rises as a sun might rise. And now I don't know where they are, or where I am. or where the moon is, but I know that it's still out there. Do you know why I know that?
What's that?
You look into the barrel, and the Moonboy is holding this little plant. It looks like almost like a succulent or something, but it glows with this strange blue-green energy.
The dinger was visited by Ripara, a vine person who was a bigwig in Fermaragna. She revealed that the Meridian Tract had abducted everyone the crew had dealt with in the city and was putting up wanted posters offering a reward for their capture. The powers that be in Fermaragna were tired of the Meridian Tract and the Widowers, and so she came bearing information. Does the crew have what it takes to take the fight to the Meridian Tract? Can Ripara be trusted? Will Moonboy ever get his shoes? Find out next time on Better Than Heroes!
I'm in
It's
charge,
okay,
all right?
She talks like this. A lot of
Yeah.
hi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
she's
muted, kids.
Okay,
but all of our gold!
I'm here, and I'm gonna go. Whatever, no matter what you're doing, no matter how funny you're being off stream, I'm gonna
Chat-
play some
I mean,
Dungeons and Dragons.
Chat
so,
said we're muted though. Is that
muted.
fixed?
so it's just me
Even-
talking alone by myself.
Even
It's really
Harlan?
great. I don't know, but I'm gonna go unless
Especially Harlan?
I'm not muted. I'm just talking, and it's really weird because they can't hear you. So I'm just monologuing.
All right, we are. It does appear that we are back.
Terrifying. Another
So-
terrifying technical hiccup.
Okay, here we go.
Shit. All right.
Now we have two Harlans. We're so good at this.
I'm gonna do a little bit of I'm gonna do some wind up here for this session. So you are on this this floating city that is on two giant mantis legs, and you have caused quite the ruckus. You are in trouble with the Widowers, who seem to be some sort of pirate gang masquerading as safety for the city, and the Meridian Tract as well, which seems to be some sort of politically charged organization that are kind of like evil detectives. Who knows if they're evil? That's your decision to make. So anyway, you all are wanted by them. There is a wanted poster that has been hung up all around the city, and you, after interacting with a few folks in town inside of Fermaragna, the Meridian Tract has kind of stopped playing around and dilly-dallying, and they have taken everyone who you have interacted with since you have been on Fermaragna and taken them captive. And so you all are here on this dock, which is a mossy kind of like covering where your ship is being repaired. Goliathan, your dwarven captain, has told you that the ship is in good enough shape to fly. It needs another night of work in order to be at full capacity, but if you need to use it, you can, as long as it kind of like makes it back for the evening. And you have been approached by a powerful figure from Arena who's kind of given you the go-ahead to fuck up the Widowers because they don't like them. So all of that kind of prep here leads you to the moment where you're here on your dock, in your dock spot. And I feel like the last thing we discussed was Klik going to maybe seek out a weapon that is special to her. So I'll leave you all to it.
Yeah, I mean, if we have a moment before we go into battle, it would be nice to be fully equipped.
Yes, and I need some shoes.
That's true.
Is today the shoes day, or are my shoes ready tomorrow?
He got captured.
I think the shoes are on
he's in
hold.
jail.
The shoes are briefly
Yeah.
on hold while we save him from the Meridian Tract.
But how am I supposed to do a battle with no shoes?
Well, you've done 2 already, so.
Oh my God, she's right. And he looks down at his feet, and they're just covered in there's a nail through the big toe, and he needs to
Gum.
just so
So much
filthy
gum.
Is there literally any flip flops I can throw on to go?
Let's see what we can find in the
Hey,
disguise kit.
you lost your shoes. It's
I
canon.
didn't lose them. I made them into hilarious joke cocktails.
Yeah, I mean, there's leather, or this is a workshop too. You know, it's like working on
Right.
ships. So K.A.I. the chat
I
is
would-
already calling for you to make him shoes. So
I would
make
like
him some flip-flops.
I would like to talk
try.
to
Please,
to
doing battle
K.A.I.
in flip-flops is harder than doing
Yeah,
it
just go
barefoot.
barefoot.
Okay.
It looks
Okay.
cool.
Listen, no, let me talk this out. Let me talk this out.
You're gonna have disadvantage
want-
on all stealth rolls if you're wearing flip-flops.
No, they're not gonna be made out of pots and pans.
thanks for hanging out with us, Eliza. This is all D&D is.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
I also like
That's
the
what I
pre-stream. Harlan was like,
expected.
"Let's get right into the adventure," and now we're like, "Craft
This-
me some flip-flops."
this would my flip flops would be done, Andrew. They could be in the oven. Maybe he prepared them already. I'm just saying, in terms of difficult terrain and things of this nature, if we are maybe going to get in a fight, if we are maybe going to get chased, I want to have something. Can we, before we head out into the violent streets, maybe whip the Moonboy something up to wrap around his tender moon toes?
Yes, Aaron, can you roll for that, please? Can you
I
roll?
can.
Yeah, let's have you do a tinkering check.
28.
These fucking shoes are gonna be incredible. These
Combat
just
flip
invented-
Choco
Combat
sandals.
flip-flops.
They're Choco sandals.
Yeah.
Just invented the Choco.
They
Exactly.
say moon across one and boy on the other.
They have like a
Definitely.
Southwest scene embroidered into them. Wow.
God, these are so much.
Top-notch.
These are so much better than the boots we're going to rescue. Forget about it.
Yeah, so Kai, you're
incredible.
able to grab some of this scrap leather that is used for various things throughout this workshop, and you walk over to one of the these vine humanoids that are working here, and the person who's closest here, and you walk over and you're like, and he's like, yeah, you can. It's just kind of scrap, and you grab it, and it's just kind of like that cartoon moment where it's like. And you
Nice.
immediately just have this nicely crafted kind of sandal situation that
Sure.
tightly fits Moonboy's tiny little feet.
Nice.
They
Should
glow
have
when
done
you
this
step.
days ago.
They're incredible.
Why didn't we do this days ago?
These are so cool. I mean, they're not magical like the boots that I've ordered. We'll still need to get those.
It's true.
But I feel
We
like
will.
Spartacus or something. This is cool.
Good, I'm glad you like them. Now, what was our next order of business?
We're going out on the town.
Yeah. So if you want to, you all are disguising yourself. Klik. You have you take the translator off, right, with the feather and the bow.
Yeah.
Um,
I look like a rich bug lady. Like a big fur and a peacock feather and a bow in her hair. She has no idea how to move like a rich lady, but she is dressed like a cartoon rich lady would be.
yeah. Yes.
Just
I
a
find
question for the DM: is this a disguise that someone would see in Firma Are there well, we don't know. All right, cool.
No, there's lots of Kreen here, so
All right.
yeah.
Everybody
I-
here is a bug or a plant.
And then Moonboy, you've got a little paper bag, right? Newspaper with eye holes.
Yes, I have a newspaper with eyes in it. Cut it.
Great. Flute, you just look different than you used to, right? You've got the.
I did have an eye patch, which is relatively new, but my cool black hat is even. Oh, that's also as new, I guess. So yeah, I definitely look pretty different. And any widower that saw me that looked like this is dead now. So
you have a hot pink eye patch, right?
That's right. I have a hot pink satiny eye
right.
patch and a cool black hat. And
then
Moonboy has a matching hat.
That's true, but he's not wearing it right now.
Okay.
Kai, are you changing into the old man with a ponytail?
Yep, I'm going, no ponytail.
No ponytail.
Because you keep trying to trick me. I will cast Disguise Self on myself.
Okay, wonderful. So yeah, you guys.
Oh, he messed up. He's all ponytails.
Oh no, it's on the front.
Okay, so you all go out into this walled city that is way up above the ground, and you can see like the spires of the middle of Firma Regna sticking out of the front, and the different bridges that connect the large walls that separate the different sections of the city. And you're kind of following Klik, who's doing her fancy walk.
I think she's unclear what it means to be dignified, and it has something to do with twirling with a peacock feather.
Yeah, there's a lot of like sporadic
hulking
twirling.
mantis
It's
creature
mostly twirling.
around.
It's it's a. It's
very cool. I'm gonna walk probably 10 feet behind everyone and just definitely be trying to clock anybody who would be following us.
Cool. Yeah, as you step out into the world, you do the kind of like thing where one of you leaves first and kind of like looks around, and you don't see any problems really or any widower folks in and around, so you all can kind of like exit as a group then, and you get out into the hustle and bustle of it. And as you're searching for a store, then let's have you, Flute, do a perception check first. And this is, let's say you also have been moving for like, you've like taken a couple of swings at stores to see if it would be, you're kind of like trying to sniff out something that would have this specialty weapon. And you've been unsuccessful so far, and you kind of like cut back through the place where you got in a fight before, like in and around, and you can see that it's pretty much back to normal almost. Nothing, the bodies were gone. Janice took care of those. So there's almost no remnants of the fight. So what did you get on that perception check?
A dirty 20.
But, Eliza, if you could roll a d20 and add your stealth modifier to it and see if you can get above 20, that would be great.
That would also be a dirty 20.
Okay. Great. Ty goes the guest. So
Sure.
Maybe Eliza.
that's in the D&D handbook, I promise. Yeah.
That's great.
Maybe Eliza can stay hidden for the whole episode.
She did that in
She's
a game
rolling
that I
so
played.
hard.
Stayed hidden from most all of the other players.
For like 2 full days, she was
Yeah. For the entire adventure, most of the other players didn't know she was on the adventure. And we finished the adventure.
I think I convinced one person that they were insane for thinking that this was me too.
It was pretty wild.
Honestly, it sounds pretty fun to just run a solo adventure with Eliza, like in and around from Regna, and just like cut back and forth.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Anyway,
It's like a Jim Jarmusch film, but D&D.
as you all are kind of like trying to not gather. Sorry, that Jim Jarmusch joke was good, and I just got it. Sorry. The party is kind of like staying a little bit apart to try not, and like moving not as a full pack together to try and not gather too much attention and resemble the poster of you all. And all of a sudden you see this kind of like hooded cloak figure who has been moving fairly regularly along stride with you all, and is then eventually just like clearly knows, like it's like like following you in a way that is like you have already been followed. You have already been got, and you can tell that like okay, well, there's no point in even like hiding from this as we, but there's no like widower attack. There's no like if you spend a second in the square here, there's nothing like that is causing danger, but it's clear that this person has like their lock on you all, and is almost like toying with you. So you all can address that however you want to, as you all are in the busy kind of like center square of Firma Regna.
And we all saw it, or just I saw it?
Just you saw it.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm kind of like cinematic that over a second. So like, if you have a way of communicating it, you absolutely can.
Yeah, I'll whistle to K.A.I or whoever's close. I guess K.A.I. I'll whistle to him and be like,
right, this person's been following us for a while.
Oh,
Click will whistle her whistle. Just thought we were whistling.
That's right. You just got a new whistle
just
implant.
got a new whistle. I'm excited about the whistle.
She's a fancy bug lady who just learned to whistle. She's drawing all the attention to us. It's amazing.
It's all flip-flops and whistles.
The flip-flops are silent as the grave, my man. That's your doing. Good work.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll point it. I'll kind of round up with my crew mates and give a thumb to this mysterious figure.
The Moonboy goes, shit, what are we going to do, Windrider? Whoops. And then he turns the page in his newspaper as though to hide further.
And Eliza, your character can just kind of like clock all of this. You just like see all of them doing this, and you kind of have like full knowledge of them trying to be like stealthy or like, you know, suave inside of this, and you can tell that no one else is really clocking who they are and what is happening, but you definitely do. So you can kind of like feel free to interact with them in any way that you want to.
I will have my hand ready to cast a spell at this figure, this hooded figure.
It's cops. It's the cops.
I'm sorry, your eye patch, where did you get that?
Don't tell her.
You're right, I don't deserve to know. It was rude and far too forward of me. I'm just, trying to express myself in a world that doesn't want to hear it.
You've been following me just to ask about this eye patch.
And if you want to give him a little flavor of like what he can see from just like your hood being up, you're more than welcome to.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got some horns. And piercing eyes. So
what color of eyes?
I think they're like white. Let's go with white.
Yeah, they have like an irregular milky pupil in the middle that like has like a blackness and a redness like on the outside of it. And actually, your art is now up on our stream, so everyone can see it, which is right below. Nice, Jordan. Jordan Dahl did the art here.
I'm non. Someone describe it to me.
Hot and mean.
Yeah,
Those were the notes that I got. Those are the character notes.
What every comic book
great to see what that
wants.
means.
At a certain point, it kind of we were talking about the legend of Billie Jean, so she's got a kind of a legend of Billie Jean vibe.
Yeah. I feel like it's a little bit of a kickflip vibe, a little bit of a plays and gravel pits. Where's those feathered roach clips in her hair?
Ooh. Hell yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I dated this tiefling in college. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, definitely had sips of beer when she was too young.
My God, Windrider, she's almost as cool as you are, I think is the Moonboy's immediate reaction to this cool person.
Yeah, so you can kind of like address it. I believe that's what happened to, right? Flute, is that like you address that you kind of like know what's happening? Or are you just talking about the eye patch?
So you've been following us all this time just to ask me about this eye patch?
I've been following you all this time because you're very conspicuous.
Oh.
I'll kind of look over at Klik to see what she's doing.
Klik holder. I'll hold my feather tight to my.
Moonboy turns the page again.
And I will. I think I'll keep my. Be ready to grab my Gitka if need be.
You look like a comic strip.
A very fancy one. I say in Kreen because I don't have my translator.
What is that? What is she doing? Is she choking?
It's mostly
Is she okay?
She's speaking her language.
Okay.
She wants to know. It doesn't matter what she wants to know. Why are you following us?
I told you I'm following you because you're very conspicuous.
Is there an alley nearby us?
Yeah, absolutely. There's
I guess I'll kind of
few
motion
them.
for us to take this conversation into this alley because we are conspicuous. I realize now. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you actually are. Eliza, your character would know, one, kind of the good alleyways around here, and two, just like which bars are like no one's gonna fucking listen to you or bother you. So you can kind of like, if he's doing that, you're like, no. You can take him wherever you want.
got ourselves a regular Heathcliff over here.
What, like I eat fish bones and I'm a cat? Like
There's nothing wrong with
seem to know your
eating
way around
fish
alleys.
bones.
like I'm some sort of garbage Garfield? That's not the alley you want to go in. You want to go down here. Come on.
Okay.
This is a nice.
Can I do
alley.
an
is
insight
a
roll
much
just to see
better
if we're being
alley.
led into a trap?
Before you do that, when you step in, you see a tiny little figure that is about Moonboy's height, like leaning against the wall in this kind of like damp alleyway that is has some like garbage piles at the end of it, but is clearly has a canopy over it as well. So it's not populated and quiet. So there's a couple doors here and there leading into the buildings around it, but nothing is here or being bothered. So yeah.
But there is somebody back here.
Yes, and when you all step in, he goes. You just hear a little voice go. Hey, bud. He says to your companion who is now with you, and he kind of like gestures at you, and you see a red snout kind of like sticking under another like a tiny little cloak, and he throws his hood back, and you see a red kobold standing there, and he's like, I'm really impressed on how quickly you shepherded them into this alleyway. I mean, I have a lot of respect for you and your work, but even that was quick for you.
Enough.
Nope.
Come on. Be cool. You gotta play it cool, Snoob.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He didn't mean shepherd. He doesn't know what he's talking about. This is my man, Snoob.
Snoob? Get a private conversation with. He's like jumps in trying to defend himself. He's like, I'm not trying to be shitty. I'm like, we're not gonna. He like,
Yeah.
Snoop.
Yeah, it made it
Snoop.
sound like you were going to ambush us.
Oh no, look at me.
Snoop, look at me. Snoop, look at me in the eyes. And the Moonboy is gonna do his thing where he reads people.
Sure. You want to do an insight check on him?
May I?
Yeah, go for it. Flute, you can now also do an insight check. Sorry, I just wanted to get Snoob in here too.
That's gonna be a
Snoop
14.
with a D. Got it.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of jittery, but he seems immediately honest.
Okay, good. The Moonboy goes. He's all right.
That's right, he is. And then I high five him.
He like jumps as high as he can and smacks your hand.
Yeah. And I say, my man. Okay.
Okay. Anyway, you got them.
I did. What are you guys doing out on the street here?
I have to get some shoes. All of our friends were kidnapped, and we were
I
going
know-
shopping.
Yeah, we know about the kidnapping thing, but the shoes seems like it shouldn't really be at the top of the list.
Before
Yeah,
we
I'm not
went
wearing
into
shoes.
battle, before we went into battle, I was hoping to pick up a chatkcha while I was on.
Is she broken? Does she need
company
something?
that might have
Wait.
it. It's,
She says that before we go into battle, she was hoping to pick up a special type of Tohr-Kreen weapon.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Yeah,
he
you
looks
came
up
to
at
the
you.
right. Came to the right place, Snoot.
Is that true?
Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, don't worry, I got you. What you need a chachka? Oh, sorry, I can't do it, but I
We
know what you
don't.
mean.
Yes, nobody seems to be able to say it quite.
Yeah.
Click, do it once.
Cha-cha-cha.
Did you hear that?
Yes. I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like she's
We'd like-
printing something.
We'd like one of that sound.
Yeah, I got a
It's a
guy.
three-pointed boomerang that's made out of spit.
I know. I know what a Kreen is. All right. Look, and he pulls out some tiny little glasses and puts them on, and also like a notebook and goes through it. And he's like, "Yeah, I have a guide for this." And he looks down. And he's like, "Yeah, Wisp. Don't worry. I'll hook you up. And he's like, I'm sorry, I'm getting in the way, he says, and like looks up at you. And he's like, this is not, I'm not at work right now. And then he kind of like gets distracted and like looks away.
Well,
And then we both start vaping.
This is a good alley.
Out of like a little pipe. It's a little pipe.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps you're right. Perhaps it's not the smartest thing for us to be out on the street, but why... I mean, forgive me for asking so rudely, but why do you care?
Because I hate the fucking widowers.
I'm noticing a theme in this town. Everybody hates the widowers. That's good for us.
They're total dicks to everyone.
We hate them too. And we have it on good authority that the powers that be kind of hate them also.
Yeah, well, I mean, they hate them as much as they use them, as much as they hate them, you know?
Right, sure.
Yes.
That's a good point.
The Moonboy's nodding. He doesn't get it.
The little red kobold is just like legitimately just like pointing and like agreeing, and it's just like see, she's right.
Hype man.
Truly, that is the he's just like kind of like doting on every word too, like he's clearly a fan.
Well, if you hate the widowers, there's a plan in the works to do something about them. What do
Well,
you say to that?
I say I don't like to get involved in trouble. So, no thanks. I just, I didn't want to watch you guys walk into, a death trap. You should probably get out of this town.
Yeah, we were hanging out in this alleyway, and she goes, "Look, those guys are gonna die." And I was like, "Yeah, I agree."
I was like, they're gonna die, right?
And I said, "What are you gonna do?" And she said, "Go save them." And
Go
look
save
at
them.
that. Got him right back here. It's amazing.
Well, but listen, that's we would leave, but we on accident got a lot of people in trouble, and we can't rightly leave them. They're locked up, and my shoes are with them.
Oh, so you have like a god complex where you're like in charge of everything and you need to save everybody? Come on.
Do
I
I?
mean, when you say it mean
Oh
like
my
that,
god!
I mean, you could just leave and let them die. That is an option.
no,
Just
we
if we put all the options on the table.
it's not a god complex. It's
I am
just
God.
Friend.
It destroys the Moonboy. He begins to weep.
Oh, it really got to him.
She's so
Sorry.
hot and
It's all
mean.
right, Mr. Boy.
It's our duty to protect those who cannot protect themselves.
Like somebody
She
keeps
says
dropping
it's-
pennies down a stairway. What is this?
She says it's our duty to protect those who can't protect themselves, and even if we are sort of trying to protect ourselves also at the same time.
All right, well, I mean, you don't want to have to go to the... I don't want to say it.
They're paying us
You'll
to
bring
kill
it
a
up.
bunch of widowers.
Who?
Yeah.
Them.
I bet you they just want you to roll up too. I bet you he looks at you and he's like, yeah. But they just want you to roll up, fly your ship over there straight into. I bet they want you to go to the Arch too, right? The ship outside of
geez,
town.
Not that. You don't want to do that.
You don't want to do it.
No,
Trust
we're
us. We go back and forth from there all the time. You don't want to do that.
We're assassins. We were hired.
You go back and forth all the time.
Yeah, but we're not. I'm not on a poster.
It's
Do
true.
you have a better idea?
Why are you going to the widower's ship?
I have old friends. I had gigs, gig economy.
Yeah.
I do jobs.
Yeah, you can't just be on Firma Regna without a job. You know what I'm talking about?
Right,
Yeah.
well, there are good jobs and bad jobs. Well, perhaps one of you would know where we could get a better disguise.
Oh, sure. And Snoop like reaches around and like hit the pocket and pulls out like a wig that is like white and curly. And he's like, I have this on hand. But
Wigs are
I'll like awkwardly adjust my black wig. Like,
wigs are terrible disguise.
Yes, the Windrider would never wear a wig.
So rolling up to the Ark is a bad idea.
Yeah.
But you can get in and out.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to put you in that kind of danger. I wouldn't want you to end up in that kind of a situation.
You said it yourself. We're on posters, man. We're in danger already.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea where they might be keeping these prisoners?
Yeah.
Snoop looks at you and is like, are you gonna give it away for free? I could sell
No.
this information for so much money. Why are you being so nice?
No, I don't want to give it away even for money. They're just trying to get into trouble. These folks are going to try to kill themselves. And after
their
what happened to my
hearts.
sister, I don't want to see that happen.
He pulls out a handkerchief for you and hands it up, just like not even looking.
Thanks. I start whining around and like whipping it, just like having fun with the handkerchief. Getting out some like angry grief.
Snap it. Snap it.
Yeah. She didn't deserve that.
Your
Thank you.
sister
And then I give it back to him.
Got into trouble with the widowers.
They killed her.
I'm sorry.
Well, she died. She was working with them, and I mean, she made the choices, but she wouldn't have been in that situation without them.
Well,
They paint a
Well,
pretty
then-
picture. They tried to get you to join them. They've got, benefits and ships and such. It's not her fault.
Yeah. But anyway, I hate them.
Same.
They don't know that though. They still think they just think I'm somebody's little sister. So pretty easy to pick up work.
The younger Levray, the kobold says. He just kind of like holds his hand up, like poetically.
No.
Well, perhaps you've heard
The
this.
remaining Levray.
Oh, that's good. He writes it down.
Let's show him what a little
We
sister can
destroyed
do.
2 widower ships on our way into Firmarigna, so if you hate the widowers, perhaps you could give us some useful information and we'll go about destroying this ship.
I mean,
For
there's no way
free?
that you would. It wouldn't even be. It doesn't even matter. Like it wouldn't matter what information I gave you. They wouldn't trust you. You couldn't get in there. This group of people.
Yeah, they're not just
no
gonna waltz right
contact
in.
they know.
Maybe. Look,
Well, perhaps you know a weak link?
yeah, perhaps there's a back entrance you could open. Get us inside.
Perhaps we could
Yes.
construct a package that might explode and you could deliver it?
Yeah, why don't I bake a cake and just put, a
Yes.
spell scroll in it, huh, buddy? Yeah.
hey, you watch your mouth,
everyone's
friend.
laughing like this is a crazy idea.
That's the Windrider. I once saw the
It's a
Windrider.
giant wooden horse.
Yes, I'm asking our
It'll have
special
a
guest to
pirate.
suicide bomb. Relax.
Look, I know a way in. There's no way you could go in by yourselves. And there's no way that we can risk ourselves. Just what? Because we met you in an alley? You're not my sister.
You dragged us into this alley, if I recall.
She saved your ass. He gets defensive.
And I hold
might
him
be-
back with one hand, which is very easy.
We might just be your best chance at revenge.
We know you
That's
saved
something
people.
you're interested in.
You just saved us. Help us.
All expenses are on you. Do you have money?
Some.
We could
How
provide
much
information to assist in our capture and get more money, maybe.
It's like a broken bottle inside of a regular bottle. Like just shaking around in there.
She was speculating on how we could acquire more money. We have some money.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to need to get some drinks.
Gesturing
to start.
wildly with a peacock feather, and no one can understand except K.A.I.
Um,
Snoop.
yeah, Snoop goes, Madame Lefray, may I? He kind of like, you've seen him do this many
You
times.
may. You may. I start doing some vape tricks with my vape pipe.
He
We
pulls
need to,
out.
we need to
ring.
leave. We need to get out of this alley at once.
He
Spells
pulls
my
out.
name.
The heart
Oh.
with the arrow through it.
Would you like to tell the party what your name is?
Oh, yeah. My name
Officially?
is Valerie Levray.
So that's how we meet
I
you,
think
because your
so.
name is in smoke and
Yep.
That's really
And then I just
That's
go,
really cool.
and it disappears.
Who's that supposed to be?
So cool.
That was my name. Does he not read? Can he not read?
That was her name,
I don't know.
Windrider.
Thought maybe
Come
it
on.
was in memoriam of your sister. I don't know.
I
I
think-
have no idea who it
I
was.
think the Windrider. I think the Moonboy is kind of like he usually fanboys pretty hard for the Windrider, but he's seeing how much cooler Valerie is right now, and he's like
totally.
kind of dunking on Windrider. He's like, "Yeah, come on, Windrider, everyone vapes."
It is killing the Windrider. Because I've lost my hype man. Moonboy's my hype man.
Maybe I
You
could
can't have
get a
two
little.
hype men. You have
Yeah.
a hype man.
She has a
Maybe
little munchkin hype army now.
Maybe I could get a little vape.
Now,
So that's
that's
this
cool, Mr. Boy.
as this weird high school power dynamic is happening in the alleyway. This tiny little kobold with tiny little glasses in a notebook pulls out a small wooden cube from his hand, from his inside of his robes, and he throws it down on the ground, and it unfolds itself into a table. And he puts his notebook down, and he goes, "Okay," and he starts tearing pieces of paper out and putting them next to each other. And he goes, "So, what Valerie knows." Madame Livery to you. And he goes, I don't know. I just want to enforce that upon them. Ask her. And he he gets confused.
Works for me.
Okay. And he's like, so if you all, I bet, wanting to go save your friends. Yes. I don't know if they're friends, work associates, co-conspirators, whatever you need. But you all, and he takes a rock out of his pocket and slams it on the ground, can't just go straight in there because, you've got a big golden ship. I know things. He kind of like gestures at himself and looks proud. And he's like, so you go, you go flying over there with your whole crew straight at them. They see you coming. They do their thing. They wrap you up. They kick your ass, blah, blah, blah. But as you mentioned, back door, he looks over at you, nods. We know things. She, great at her job. Me, getting better every day. So,
This goddamn kobold.
I like him.
I
Very good at what you do.
I
You're
would
very good at what
literally
you do.
buy anything from you right now.
he's like, so what you all are gonna want to do, and he's like drawing things on the pieces of paper that don't really make sense, but then he draws a big circle, and he's like, what you all are gonna want to do is have your back door, as you mentioned, which is what we are here for. And the kind Valerie has heard your story, seen you all walking around, and it's like, oh, hey, they're the guys that are going to get murdered by the Meridian Tract. So she was nice enough because, history with the widowers, blah, blah, blah. She told you. I don't know why I'm explaining. But all we need from you is, to get you this back door, is a agreement that you will get her once she is on board wherever she would like to go.
Yes.
On board where?
Yes.
The Arch, he says, squinting down, looking over at you, Valerie, and winking like, I'm doing good.
Yes.
Yes.
What do you want to do aboard the Arch?
That is not part of the agreement. He holds up his
He has
finger.
no idea.
He
Oh,
does
yeah.
not. He clearly does not know.
Once again, my vote
Gesticulating.
is yes.
Sounds
fine.
reasonable. If you can get us on board.
Great.
He said back door like 40 times. He's a real backdoor boy.
He just writes the agreement is settled on a piece of paper and draws 2 lines, and he signs one and then hands the piece of paper to one of you all to sign.
Is this a
Right.
contract? Like,
It's like somebody shaking a box of pasta. What is
Yeah, I've
I
got
don't know how
a
you're
quill
gonna
pen
do
in
it.
my satchel. I will sign the Windrider in more florid letters than the vape trick was. I'm really going for it with the calligraphy, and I will slide it back across the table.
Performance check. Performance.
Oh, yeah.
Do it. Absolutely.
Actually, my performance is high. I rolled a 2, but I got a 10. So, not my best work.
The Moonboy looks at Valerie, and he's like, "Nobody's doing calligraphy anymore, Windrider. It's all vape tricks."
I'm just dying.
I give Moonboy a my man. No high five though.
It's cool. We'll get there.
Whatever. Calligraphy's timeless. It's not a trendy thing. It's always it's always applicable.
What about the weapon?
Yes. He clicks back at you.
It's like we're at some sort of beat poetry. He's did real well. The audience loves it.
This is how I'm doing Flex voice from now on.
It's very good, actually.
He actually, Snoob clicks back at you and is able to kind of like use some of his more draconic-esque vocal cords to get close enough for you to be able to understand him. And he's like, "I like you," he says, like in like real, just simple Tohr-Kreen.
Snood.
Oh.
Man of words.
Someone's passing notes.
It's nice to meet you, tiny kobold.
What are they
Thank
saying?
you.
Is it about me?
It's not.
I'm very bad at most things, but I know a lot of things, so that makes me useful to her, and I don't die. Which
That
is
an
like
excellent skill.
Thank you. He speaks much more like fluently, just like jokingly, but when he's switching to Tohr-Kreen, it's just very like to the point. And he's like, "Yes, I can introduce you to the friend that you need to sell, order, buy things from." Yeah. And he kind of like nods and was like, "Yeah, I'm cool. I know how to." He looks over at you, Valerie, and says, "I know how to speak Kreen."
You know everything, Snoob. Come on.
Okay, well,
He's
now
very
that
clever, and he's short like me. Hey, Snood, do people sometimes say, "How's the weather down there" to you?
no, because I would stab them in the leg with my claws if they insinuated that I was tiny in a way that was condescending.
Oh, okay.
You should get claws, Moonboy.
Oh,
I got a guy for that.
Honestly, I don't mind. The weather is quite often better down here.
He looks at you like distrustingly.
Yeah.
Snood.
He goes, "Well, we can take them if it's all right with you, Valerie. I'd be happy to. We can make a stop at the weapons establishment that she would like to go to, and then we can. Are we going straight there? I know that I'm not allowed to go do the fights because I would die immediately and be a problem, but I can at least get us into the Notch if that suits you." He looks at you, waiting for approval.
Yeah, I don't want to take a lot of time on this weapon thing, so make it quick. But then, yeah, we're going to the Notch.
Nice. Okay, yes. As you wish. And he kind of like bows in a way that you've never seen him do before. He just kind of like threw that one in there, improvising. And
Snoop, you don't have to be so nervous. It's okay.
Yes, you're like a stab guy. You just said
You're doing great.
Wow, thank you. He kind of like puts his arms on his sides and he's like, "It felt great to hear."
I said that to you. I say you're great.
I know, but I feel like sometimes you're just being nice to me because
Oh, no.
I work so hard for you, and
I don't say that to other people.
it's true. I've never heard you say.
So,
You know you're my man.
Are you thinking of firing him? Or...
What? No.
No, not like you don't need like.
This is my number one guy.
Of course.
Which implies a number 2, but I don't have a number 2.
I can get you a number 2 guy if you need one, Valerie.
I
It's
also
okay.
know where to find a number 2
Just
guy.
a tinier cobble.
No, I don't. I don't. We got a good thing going. This Moonboy guy, he's funny.
You know, it's. I can turn it on and off. If you don't want to hear from me, I'm quiet as a mouse.
Have you killed a mouse?
Plenty.
Yeah, it's not always quiet.
I don't have a lot of control over it, but they die.
Yeah. Maybe when this is all over, we can find some mice and just murder them together.
I'm into it.
Sounds good.
Anyway, this way, and he packs up his table and he kind of like folds up one leg and it just kind of goes into a tiny little thing, and he leads you all over to a door that is in the side of the alleyway, and he opens it and just like begins marching through what is clearly a kitchen, as there are different insect humanoids like cooking things here and there. You see a grasshopper humanoid who has just like 4 pans going right now, and you see a vine humanoid who is like chopping 6 things at one time, and it's just like moving very fast when you step through, and they don't even seem to like look up at you as this kobold just like marches through and like leads a line through it, and he just like walks you through this back way and goes up like a ladder that is going to a floor above.
Cool.
I'm gonna sidle up next to K.A.I as we're going through this kitchen. Be like,
You don't think they're that cool, do you?
I mean, they're pretty cool. They've got
That cool.
A few steps ahead of them,
no,
Moonboy.
certainly not.
Moonboy laughs
Certainly.
hysterically at something one of them said.
That's not even his real laugh. That's
I know, that's the Moonrider's laugh.
I think amongst all of these like hardworking and like sort of gritty people, Klik feels suddenly very self-conscious of her giant feather, and
A bit overdressed.
and she's trying to like tuck it behind in her cloak, and she takes the ribbon out of her hair and ties it around her face, kind of Greninja style, big pink like ribbony
Hell yeah.
scarf.
Solid
I'll
Greninja
point to my
reference, too.
eye patch and your scarf. Like,
you and I, Klik.
Bachelorette party.
You guys clowning around with bubble wrap back there? What is that?
Did somebody drop a puzzle?
Nice.
Good one.
now the
I
Moonboy's
got that,
riffing
too.
with Valerie. Oh, it's killing. It's killing Flute.
Yeah, Snoop tries to throw it in, and he's like, it's like sticks banging against each other, and like looks at it. When it doesn't quite work, he looks at Moonboy, and it's like,
Can't teach it.
he's like also like throwing in on the like jealousy of the other side of this. It's like, yeah, it's like
Punch up.
annoyed
Snoop.
that
Punch
Can
up.
I pick up on?
love
Can I
that-
pick up on this?
100%. Oh no, well,
Okay.
do an insight check. Do an insight check. I forgot we were playing D&D. I was
I
like,
am.
Just clowning around.
I am
Just glad just
staring
having a story.
intently up there. All right, I got a 19.
I love that none of us know his name. Is it Snood?
Snooda.
Snood.
there's a B. Yeah.
B is Snooba.
Snoop. Yeah.
He has been everything from snug to snood.
Snoodba.
I
Snood.
got a 19 on the old snood check.
Yeah. He almost looks like he's doing an imitation of you with the crestfallenness that is Valerie laughing at the Moonboy, and he's just like, but like, and he starts thinking about how a number 2 got brought up, and like you can just see it all happen on his face.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, so if you like follow them through this kitchen too, and you brings you up to just like this attic storage space, and Snoob, once you all are in there,
while we're going through the kitchen place, I pick up a handful of nuts or something, and I'm like throwing them up in the air and catching them in my mouth as I keep walking. It's very cool.
I'd like to do that. I'd like to do that too. Can I do a dexterity check?
Yeah, absolutely. Guest doesn't have to roll, but you absolutely do.
Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's not like choking bad, but it's a 9, so it's probably off the nose, not in the mouth.
Yeah. So when you're walking.
You're like a dog that jumps way too high.
And my good eye, just a almond.
There's a fly a fly humanoid who is like bent over this like large pot of something that is like thicker than stew, but resembles that. And when Valerie walks by, he's like, "Oh, hey, Val." And when she like does the thing, and he's like, "Oh, try one of these." Yeah. It's good to see you again. I always love it when you come by.
Thanks. I'm busy. Yeah.
I'm busy too.
He's like, "Here, try this," and he like hands you like a banana peel that has been fermented. And he's like, "It's tasty. I promise. It looks gross, but it's tasty." And
can I save this for later? Because this looks too good for me to eat all right now.
Oh yeah, sure. And he like wraps it up really quickly and hands it to you.
Nice, delish.
Yeah, hey, if you like it, just tell people that Jason's cooking. You know what I mean? He can, like,
I will, Jay. My man.
Thanks.
Cooking garbage.
He winks like his left 500 eyes at you.
Oh, why can I hear it?
It's wetter than I thought.
Yeah.
And Windrider, when you follow quickly behind, watching her throw stuff into her mouth, that from a bin of nuts that are there, it bounces off your face and goes into Jason's stew. And he looks up at you and is like, "Who the fuck are you? Get out of my goddamn kitchen! Get out of here!" And there's just this like huge fly, and it's like big wings come up behind him. Go follow Snoop. Get out of here.
No, sorry, I ruined your trash. Sorry, I ruined whatever disgusting thing you ate.
I will. Yeah, I'll hustle the Windrider along.
He didn't mean that.
Valerie, tell me this isn't your friend. Tell me this isn't your friend.
We're friends of friends. He didn't mean it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
He's like, he starts rubbing his two little arms together. He's like, "I got so much work to do now."
And Valerie comes in close and leans in and is like, "You good, man? You good?"
I'm good. It's just I've just been working so hard on my reputation as a cook.
You do amazing work. You didn't deserve that. He didn't know what he was doing.
Thank you. I don't know what I would do without your reassurance.
Forget about this guy. I'll take care of this, okay?
All right.
I assume there's those double swing doors with the little round windows in them, and I'm gonna go up.
You see like a big rhino beetle from the back pull a bunch of dishes, like holding a bunch of dishes, like looks at you and it's like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Right, we're going up the ladder. We're going up the kobold's going up the
these
ladder.
are my friends. These are my friends, okay? We're
That's
guests
friends.
in their establishment. Now I go up to Flute, and I'm like, "I'm doing you a favor, okay? And you're following my lead. Do you know these people? Do you know that bug?"
Oh, sorry, I tried to do your stupid nut trick.
Eat nuts?
Cool.
That's my nut trick? Eating nuts. You tried to do that and didn't get it right?
You did it like a trick. You didn't.
It was
just
cool.
eat
It was
nuts.
cool. I saw it.
Anybody can eat nuts. You were showing off.
I'm sorry. I had no idea eating was a thing for you.
It's
You guys
it's a
have to
point
be
of
cool
contention for him.
If you want to do this, you have to follow my lead.
Seriously.
You have to be cool to my friends.
Stop embarrassing everyone, Windrider.
I'm gonna lean into.
It's like when Moonboy says that. I'm just like,
What? I'm embarrassed.
These are off
I'm gonna
friends.
lean into our new friend and be like, "I'm sorry, Flute is very upset."
Oh, we called him.
Take care of
Flute.
him. Take care of him. Handle your friend.
You all look up and there's like a huge vine humanoids there with like his arms crossed, and you can't quite tell where the arms are because they're woven into each other. And the rhino beetle and the fly are all just like standing like next to each other with their arms crossed, looking at you all and just like shaking their head.
I'm getting them out of here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting them out of here. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
It's okay.
It smells exquisite. Thank you. Sorry.
Yes, sorry, guys. You're all our friends.
We were walking through a hallway. Turned into such a thing.
Somebody stepped on vodka back here? What is that?
Honestly, I'm just excited to get out of one of those because I've seen those turn into so much worse.
I got some stat blocks if you guys want to do it. Let's do it.
No, we don't want to do it.
Get killed. We just party kill off my bad nut trick.
And then we got made into stew in some sort of fly kitchen.
I'm gonna give them all lair actions because they're in the kitchen. Snoop sticks his head down from the trap door, basically, of like the ladder, and he's like, "Are you guys? What's happening down here?" And they're all, everyone in the room goes, "Don't worry about it, Snoop."
Yeah, the Moonboy goes, "Coming, Dad," and looks at Valerie.
Snoop just melts. He's like,
Oh.
he's like, I'm the dad.
That's hilarious. Like, nobody as cool as Snoop would ever be a dad.
Wait, what?
Snoop gets it together and like gestures you on, and he so he I've been trying to get you through the fucking room for like 15 minutes. Don't apologize. It's fun.
Do the nut trick.
It's
Look,
fun. Don't
it's
apologize
fun.
for having fun.
Yeah.
Don't apologize for having fun. So he pulls you up on into this attic area, and he takes you up all the way to the roof of this building, and there is a series of like planks, basically, that are clearly well fastened, but kind of supposed to be inconspicuous, that he leads you all across, so you're basically able to move across the top of 4 or 5 buildings without even, most people are like not looking up or bothered by you, and you see a couple of other just kind of like urchin kids like moving across here, and so there's a few other people kind of like doing this trick, and Snoop brings you across a few of these building tops and over to a large window that seems to have like a box put on top of it, but Snoop is able to like move it out of the way, and like knocks, and a Tohr-Kreen, this mantis humanoid, kind of like ant mantis humanoid that looks like a kind of like thinner, more sleek, that didn't quite sound right, but like version of Klik, opens this up, and he goes,
I'm very thin.
Yeah.
I'm very thin, Harlan.
Boy, you walked right into it.
His name is Slick Klik.
His name's Tiny now. So the window opens, and he just kind of like clicks at Snoop, and Snoop clicks back at him, and he looks at everybody, and he puts his hand out, and Snoop gestures around and pulls out 12 teeth of various sizes and puts it in the hand of this Tohr-Kreen, and then he gestures you all in, and you all can like walk down into this room that feels warm and has no light coming inside of it except for a glowing orb in the middle of it, and you see 3 Tohr-Kreen sitting at a desk in the middle of it, and we will talk to them when we come back from the break here. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break for everybody so you can drink and
Very
pee.
good.
And
Tohr-Kreen
we'll be back here in
playing
just a second to
poker.
do the scene.
Yeah, it seems very like Tohr-Kreen Sopranos.
Hell yeah.
Cool. All right, well,
Take a quick break. Drink pee.
drink pee. Back in less than
everybody.
5 minutes. I'm very sorry for that sentence. We'll see you very soon. All right, we are back here. So the kobold Snoop and the tiefling Valerie have led you across this rooftop pathway of sorts, and brought you down inside this hidden opening into some sort of shop, I guess, as money was a payment was exchanged as you all step in. The tooth toll. And as you all step in, it is a dark, kind of like almost damp room that seems to have kind of this like something like these like it's an oval shaped room, and it just has a glowing orb hanging in the middle here. And when they see all of you step in, the Tohr-Kreen that was handed teeth by Snoop the kobold shuts this like window hatch and pulls a blind over it. So now this room is fully like an amber color that is only coming from this orb in the middle here. And there seems to be nothing in this room except for a desk that is made of like wood and 3 Tohr-Kreen, which you would immediately recognize that these are like older Tohr-Kreen. And they just have like very pronounced, like blue glinting eyes with like the feathers, and feathered antennae as well. And they look they're all focused straight on Klik, and they speak exclusively Kreen once you step into this room. And Snoob kind of like pipes up with a little bit, and the younger Kreen who like let you all in looks at him and just kind of shakes his head, and then looks up at you, Klik, and you hear the one sitting at the table in the middle go, "What are you doing here, and what would you like from us?" In this kind of like these like very short clicks.
Klik changes posture and goes into a more sort of regimented and warrior style posture, and the way she moves and the way she speaks is all a little bit less casual and more tense.
And when you change and you like move in a very formal way, you see them all kind of like nod like at you, acknowledging it.
I hear that you're the gentleman to speak to about obtaining a chatkcha.
They nod all together simultaneously, and with that, they speak in unison and say, "We can provide this ancient weapon, but why do you not have one of your own?" They say all 3 together at the same time. And these like simultaneous clicks. Yeah, it's like a drum line. It's like a drum line almost.
Nobody likes it. Yeah. Okay. Mine was stripped from me when I was sent from my home. I failed. I failed in battle, and was banished. But now I really think I've worked hard, and I'm a much better warrior now, and I've kept my crew alive, and I think I've earned the right to carry a chatkcha again.
They all 3 put their hand up to their face simultaneously, and yeah, they're like limbs to their faces. And they like look off together, and they say, again, simultaneously in clicks, "We are uninterested in the traditions or culture of where you come from, and what we want to know is what we can do for you." And they kind of like, which is a positive reaction here to it. And they kind of look at you together and go, "We will give you what you seek. If you promise to kill the one who took it from you. This is our oath to us and to you.
Kill the one who took it from me.
We do not need to know who they are.
Yeah.
We do not need to... We solely ask you to make this oath to yourself.
If I find myself in a position where I think that is something I can do, yes, I will return home. And I will battle for my honor at home. I do think I need to... further training is necessary before I can attempt a quest like that.
They nod, and they say together, we do not ask you to be foolish about it. We simply ask that you not allow it to live in the world or inside of yourself, that someone took it from you.
I understand.
And then they nod. If you say that, they nod, and they all stand up together, and the one in the middle walks toward the back wall and just moves what you now see as like some sort of webbing aside and steps through it and comes back with a your weapon in its hand, and it says, "Promise me." And you can have this for free. And now I need you to roll a persuasion check, and you can add any skill to it that you want to on top of your persuasion if you can tell me why it would be related to your specific persuasion in this kind of like unique conversation.
So I'm persuading them that I am taking this oath, or I'm persuading them that
yes.
I'm... Okay. Okay. I will attempt to use intimidation. I will try and reach into sort of my warrior background and try and appear like the warrior who would be able to achieve this.
That's exactly what not that specific skill, but that's what I was looking for. Okay. So you're doing contested checks here. Mm-hmm. So tell me what you get versus their kind of like insight and persuasion too.
18.
Oh boy, they got a 16. So I was ready to change the scene, but they kind of like all look at you and hand it over. When they say, "We are glad to know that this is out in the world and that you are doing this," and they nod, and the younger one who let you in kind of like tugs on your back and is like, clicks at you and is like, "You got this. Is now's a good time to leave." Yeah. And you kind of just woof up out of this door, and you all are all back together, kind of like looking around. And Snoop goes, "I know a lot of things. I have no idea what the fuck just happened."
Yeah, it sounded like a popcorn stand in there.
Klik, you were great.
It was so scary.
You did so well.
Well,
congratulations. I know this is a big deal for you.
I must earn it. I need to prove to my family and to myself that I am a warrior to deserve this and to deserve my place at home and an honorable discharge at the very least.
And will you? I skipped past this because I want you to be the one to describe this. Yeah. What does this look like?
So, Chatkcha is a black crystal boomerang essentially, but it's triangular, and it's like hooked corners on it, and you can use it sort of like a small axe, so you can hold it in your hand and swing and stab and chop with it, but mostly it's used for long range weapons, and you throw it like a boomerang and it comes back. A Chatkcha it's a traditional Tohr-Kreen weapon. It's like the Githka, where most Tohr-Kreen warriors will carry both.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, you see Klik with this weapon that is like fits in kind of the it's made from her or not her, but like Tohr-Kreen spit,
Yeah.
Kreen spit.
It's made from venom and dirt, and
Smells like Kreen spit.
Yeah, and it makes like this black jagged crystal. I think it smells like Kreen spit.
That's good.
I think it doesn't quite match my Githka, which is a little strange. Normally the weapons would match, especially from my town.
Cool.
But,
yeah.
Well, that's.
So,
I mean,
you all can
That's-
see its composition. It like looks like her other weapon. Yeah.
Sure.
Flute has totally missed out on how special this moment is for Klik and what a cool experience was, because he has been racking his brain for kobold facts. One of my crewmates is a green kobold named Cobble, who I normally don't really give a shit about and don't really pay attention to. But now I'm trying to think, favorite kobold snack? Do they have like a favorite spot to be scratched? I'm trying to remember one good kobold fact.
All right, do that history check. If you all are sauntering out of this weird cave that is like in the ceiling of a building, and in this, let's see if you can like go through your
10.
memory of small talk. Yes. You kind of like bring up, you're like, yeah, food? And Snoop is like, what? Like, you just try and do a general thing to him, and yeah, there's just nothing, you can't quite connect. He's like distracted by both trying to get, like lead the way and prove that he knows what's going on, and just was like disconcerted by what just happened too. And so when you try and chit chat with him, he's just like not quite paying attention.
I'll just go with the things that I definitely remember about Cobble.
You, like hiding in cabinets, then?
you're worried about your death.
Yeah.
think about your death all the time?
Where's your candle?
Walk around with a candle?
Can I hear this? Can
Yes,
I hear him doing
absolutely,
that?
100%.
Yeah, so I turn around and I'm like, would you see one movie about kobolds?
No, I happen to have a crewmate who's a kobold.
I'll kind of
Oh, so some of your
play
best
that
friends are
over to
kobolds.
Snoop.
Okay, great, cool.
The Moonboy thinks
That
he's
makes it
talking
better.
about him, and he goes, "I'm not a kobold."
No, I'm talking about kobold. Our navigator?
Wait, there's a kobold named Cobble?
Oh, cobble's some sort of an old tree or something. Right? Right?
Oh, she's a kobold.
Oh, wow, she's so old.
But Snoop, like as Snoop is like again like leading, you all are having this conversation where you're walking across the building tops and like going in another direction now, and Snoop's like, so she's like what, like 7 or 8 years old?
No, she
Yeah,
talks
at
about
least.
dying a lot.
Yeah,
I think she wants to look into my hat to see how she's going to die, but it doesn't work like that.
Wait. You all are about to walk across a plank connecting one like mossy, rounded earthen building to another that is like high up, and as you all are moving through this part of the city that kind of like wraps around one of the triangle parts of Firma Regna, and you're like getting closer to the edge of it, and he stops you all there, and he's like, wait. You can see your own death in your hat?
No, I see the moon in my hat. I can talk to the moon through my hat.
He
Why-
looks at,
why
he
does
looks
she
at
want
you,
to
Valerie,
see
and is
her
like, do you want to take this
death?
one? Or yeah.
Yeah, now why does she think she'll see your death in your hat then?
Because, I mean, you could probably ask the moon about your death, but the problem is, you see, when other people look in it, there's nothing there.
Valerie, could I have
Okay.
a word? Could I have a word?
Yeah.
Just for a
Yeah.
moment.
Let's talk.
He's like steps over with you, and he's not that far. They're not that far away. You could probably hear them, but he's like, what has happened? Are we safe? Are you safe? Should we
Yeah.
be doing this?
Yeah. Well, if things get dangerous, we cut and run. These people don't even know how to find us if they wanted to.
Look, I want you to get revenge for your sister, but I'm just saying, is this the vessel? Should we be helping them out, going out on a limb for them?
They're the ones who have the passion to do it. they've got they're invested in it. So
we should say yes to the window that we have now, is what you're saying.
exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot better to have a personal investment than just a financial one. These ones have a personal investment.
You're right. We couldn't afford to pay someone to do this. All the pieces are clicking now. Thank you. Just please don't make me look into his little hat. I don't want to look into it.
No, I don't know what that hat shit was about. That was weird, right?
It's weird, right?
I feel like he doesn't even know what it's about. It's like, it's very trippy.
Okay,
It's very psychedelic.
Can we just promise that we're not going to look in, like, if the situation arises, neither of us will do it?
Yes. And if I see you getting tricked into looking in the hat, I'm going to be like, yoink. No, not my dude.
You're such a good friend to me, Valerie.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thanks.
yeah, absolutely,
Thanks.
of course.
Does anyone want to look in the hat?
No!
Okay.
We're good.
They break out and come back, and then Snoop again is just like, this way, and walks across this like plank connecting this kind of toward the edge of the segment of buildings, and you can see some like trash heaps behind one of the buildings that are well placed for you all to kind of like pop down on them. And you come back down here to the ground.
This is another
I know where
favorite
we're
restaurant of
going
yours,
also.
Valerie?
Right?
Yes, yeah,
Can I sneak there instead of just going along with this group?
absolutely, yeah, totally.
Okay.
So you will have to do a stealth check to escape the party, like to slip away from the party without them noticing. And
I got a natural 20.
She's gone.
do you all want to try and roll
so
against
I-
a rogue
honestly,
stealth on a natural 20?
I say my
yeah.
insult, and then I turn around, like when we get down to the trash heaps, I'll be like,
This is another favorite restaurant of yours, and Valerie? And
she's like, nowhere to be found.
It's just like
Just
like a
insult to no one.
beach umbrella in a
trips a little bit
dumpster.
Yeah.
God, what?
Snoop looks like grins and is like, she does that. It's pretty cool.
So cool. Why can't you
very
do
cool.
that, Windrider?
Right, I could sneak away.
You know who did disappear was Flute.
Right? Well,
Remember him?
Snoop is like, is this another member of your party?
Yes, bit of a stick in the mud, but I liked him. Good riddance. Who cares? Right, Windrider? Good riddance to bad rubbish, old friends. Who needs them?
that's
Yeah.
right. He's probably
Oh
Good
dear.
riddance to
ran off
Flute.
on an errand.
Snoop looks
Probably
up at
trapped
Kai.
under a barrel somewhere. Yes.
It's like,
Idiot.
what is happening?
Nothing's happening. Where are we going, Kobold?
I'm unsure. Please tell me if you can.
Your I don't mean to be rude. He's like leading you away from this building and walking along. Like there's, the edge of Firma is like a large circle that is basically like a castle wall, sort of, with a road on the top that you can like
Sure.
bring carts from one spot to another. And he's kind of like leading you out along that, and which is crowded enough that you all again are blending into the crowd with your disguises and yeah, your paper. And Snoop looks up at you kind of, he's like, I don't mean to be rude, but I can smell that you have snacks on you.
Oh, yes. Are you hungry?
I mean, I just got a whiff, and one. Now that I'm thinking about it, I am interested.
Would anyone like sandwiches?
I'll take one. Yes.
You have full sandwiches inside.
Yes, of course.
Inside your body.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
In
assume.
my pack.
Okay.
There's a bit of a
which is
lazy
part of my
Susan inside.
They're in the bag of holding, so you have a good sense of smell.
I do. He's like, I don't have much that takes care of me, but my nose always does. He kind of like winks.
Extra planar.
He's like, yeah, there's a you just nicked the edge of the bag. I can kind of like smell the fragrance that is, There's a bit of mustard on there. I smelled mustard. I just thought it was something else
I'll
anyway.
tell you what's extra plainer is this guy's deviled ham. Hit me, K.A.I.
Here you are. Coming up.
Ah.
Is this a good place to eat sandwiches?
I'm eating as I walk.
Honestly, people will
walking.
look at you less if you're eating and walking through here.
Klik eats gross.
Yeah.
It's gross and it's messy. And
Just
it's,
pushing a sandwich into
Sandwiches
a...
aren't really meant to go into
belt.
mandibles. There's too many loose parts.
That's right, because you like it in a ball.
Yeah,
sandwich
you
is-
lose
ball.
a tomato. Like, you can't really get all the parts in there.
It is kind of somebody just with one hand tearing up a sandwich.
Ugh.
It's like a hamster. It's like a hamster eating a sandwich.
Sure.
Gets
Yeah.
kind of, it's more shredded than actually
Yeah.
devoured.
It's like those videos where they put a battery into one of those crazy metal shredder devices.
There you go.
Yeah.
Will it shred? Yes.
Yeah.
I watch that all the time. Anyway, we sandwich along the wall.
Yep.
Yeah,
we're
you
set.
see, and
I'll just take whatever I get.
Snoob is like clearly has a bit of a rhythm for the crowd with you all, and is kind of like guiding you in a way where you see a pack of like not pack, but like a gang of widowers kind of like stopping carts and such, and he's just kind of like up. Okay, now we go, and it's like following you along the edge of a cart that he knows would not be bothered, as it's like full of like literal trash and just like decaying matter. And is like stinky to a lot of more human folks, and he's just kind of like knows how to kind of like keep you all out of the way as you're walking through this open part of Firma Regna, and he brings you all the way to the Trellis dock, this like the northern dock of this area, and you all are parked in the Yield dock, and so, you know, it's like a pretty long walk as he's just like chit-chatting with you all and keeping you out of the way. And you, as you've kind of like come through it, the last time you all were here, you were literally on a ship, charging in, fighting folks. And this feels like you didn't get to hang out in this part much. It feels a lot like rougher. Just of like it's a bit more worn down in this section. You see a lot more ships as you're watching the docks. Like there are more spelljamming ships like crowded on the docks, and with that, he's gonna bring you to where you're going soon. But Eliza, is there anything that you wanted to specifically do in slipping away for a second, or are you just beating them there?
I'm just beating them there. So when they show up, I would like to already be there.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Yeah.
God damn it.
Cool.
Now that's cool.
Snoop clearly has the actual advantages to offer everyone. So all I got is cool.
Oh my
Psychological
God, look.
warfare.
There she is. She's smoking a cigarette.
Yeah. In fact, you step out of this bar that you all wander up to. You see, it is kind of like a. It stands out as you step into this like more beat up part of town. It's this building that Snoop leads you up to stands out because it is pastel colored in a way that is, you know, there's a lot of like really cool plants here in Firma Regna, like really like just like beautiful blooming naturally occurring plants and people. And but this is like painted pastel colors and has like bits of like fern and palms tied to the outside, and it looks whatever the fantasy version of tacky is. And
Got some fantasy flamingos.
Yeah,
From a
right.
Regna Margaritaville.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Margaritaville.
Real safari vibe.
Yeah.
Oh, now I want to go to Margaritaville.
Change course. Margaritaville. Here we come.
yeah. The
Bubba
nausea,
Dump
yeah.
Shrimp. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. We've now been to the Chili's of Fantasy World, and now we're going to.
It was
true.
the Rainforest Cafe.
Yes, that's true.
You're right.
So yeah, you see this character that you've that slipped away from your party. Valerie, kind of like step out as you've been able to kind of give the place a once over already of what's going on inside.
You run ahead to get a souvenir T-shirt then.
A what?
T-shirt.
She's already wearing a T-shirt, Windrider.
What an idiot,
I know.
Snoop says, like, looking at
Nice. Snoop. I go up for the high five with Snoop. Yeah.
His little bouncing hype man. Ugh. So angry.
K.A.I mouths at Windrider, you need to cool it.
You guys coming in or what?
Totally.
Okay. None of that shit like before, okay? None of that hassling bugs
It was
in
Windrider.
here.
Yeah,
I
that
know,
will.
you're his friends. You look out for him. I don't know what
we
this
will-
guy's deal is.
Totally.
I know what this guy's deal is, right? Right, Moonboy? Up here. Come on, you can hit it. You can hit it.
Does he
Oh
get
my
it?
god,
Yeah.
he's doing the worm.
Yeah, and then I do one of these, and I hand it off to Snoob, and he goes,
Yes, I've practiced this. I'm better now.
all right, seriously. You guys coming in here and you're going to be cool this time?
Totally.
Fine. Super cool.
Oh, wait, before we go in, do you know what we're doing? Are you ready to go? Do you need a brief? Or are you all like up to snuff on what?
Oh, I thought
How
you
do
guys would
we-
talk.
Get in, find the prisoners, get out.
Well,
Right.
and also hopefully take down the Ark from the inside.
Sure. Where do you need to get?
That's not part of the agreement. The agreement is that you get her on the ship, and that you get her where she wants to be.
Yeah, where
Correct?
is that?
I don't know. He says, like lowering his voice. I'm just doing. She
I'm
has a
asking.
secret mission.
Do I feel like if I got to the helm, could I like take down the ship? Could I like program it to explode or crash?
Oh, why don't you just drop the anchor on it? Sorry. No,
We have learned.
It worked. It worked.
It technically worked. We're all here.
It's true.
Snoop kind of like gestures you over from the outside. He's like, okay. It's like, if you, yes. Wait, you weren't asking him, right? Are you just doing like?
I was asking the dungeon master.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I got myself and Snoop confused for a second.
Happens all the time.
I didn't drink all the cooking brandy. It was Snoop.
What are you, my therapist, Jordan? Jesus.
Cooking brand. Yeah.
Could you please roll an Arcana check for me, Aaron?
I
Thank you
would
very much.
love to. Natural 20.
Come
baby.
on, the kid rolls.
see.
Is that the third one of the night out of like 5 rolls? This is great.
What is that dice?
We've had a couple.
This is my
dirties,
moss
couple
and
clean.
copper dice.
That's
Those
incredible.
are working
Isn't
for
it
somebody,
cool?
because boy, are they
Shite for me.
Yeah, you
So,
keep trying to do
28.
dumb tricks. The dice know.
It's not a dumb trick. It was a cool trick.
So Snoop hands out, if you kind of like, as you all are talking about this, he hands out cigarettes to you all, and it's like, come here, and he like just kind of like gestures for you all to like stand outside of this door for a second, like, and just it's like this is like a reason to do it, and he like lights them all for you quickly, like down the line, and he goes, okay, this is what we're gonna do. And he describes the Arch to you, this like big ship that the Widowers are using as a fortress, which Flute, you would have some experience with. I don't know if you've been on it or not, but you've definitely at least heard about it. As it's like a moving fortress, basically. It's just a huge ship that can't
Very
like
large ship.
move very fast, but can
Do I know
still.
how many Spelljammers it takes to pilot it?
It takes one major helm to make it function. It cannot maneuver quickly, and it can get to terminal speed, but and you are getting this information because of your natural 20, Aaron. So when Snoop is describing this, you immediately kind of like are doing the calculus that you would need to do as a arcane tinkerer of what it would take to move a ship like this. And you're like, yeah, if I get on this helm, if one of us got our hands on it, we could run it in the ground, no matter what. Like, a crash is a crash kind of thing. But yeah, so just a regular, normal, large helm would move the ship.
Is it?
Are there lifeboats or escape pods on the Arch? Would I know that?
Yes, you would actually roll a history check, and I'll just give you like how much you know about the ship too.
Klik is doing everything in her power not to eat the cigarette.
No, K.A.I is holding the cigarette out from him incorrectly.
Yeah.
Upset by it.
Yeah. I'm trying to smoke cool, but not doing a good job because I have not smoked.
And Moonboy's cigarette is missing.
Oh, no. I got a 12 on the old history. Boy, these rolls.
Oh, kitty.
Count on the screen, everybody drink.
Count on the screen. The ship is big enough for Spelljammers to park themselves on it. So, like other ships. So it kind of has like an aircraft carrier vibe, somewhere between that and like a cruise ship. Yeah, so Snoop describes it to you, and he's like, that's the whole thing. Do you remember me in the alleyway telling you not to fly your ship into that ship? I know things. He looks up at Valerie, waiting for approval.
He knows everything.
Gets the nod and then continues. And he's like, yep, widowers, they got a back door. They want to keep their ship off the dock. We got that back door. And it is, he thinks for a second, in the back. The back door is in the back of this bar. And that's all I know. He kind of like looks at himself proudly.
The back door into the ship.
Here,
Are we in a
this
ship?
shit
K.A.I,
bar.
what's happening? K.A.I, is my nose bleeding?
I'm unsure.
It's a
Your nose
a
is
portal.
not bleeding.
Oh, good.
A little.
With a portal.
Oh no, that was from the cigarette.
Have none of you guys smoked before?
I can't.
I smoke all the time.
You don't have to smoke. Just don't smoke.
Three at a time.
Klik just chews on it.
Oh.
You could have just given them back.
It's just soggy.
Yeah,
give
there's a
mine.
lot of tax on those things now.
I give mine back.
I'll give mine back still lit.
I can't find mine.
It's a portal.
That feels. Yeah, that's right.
She confirmed it. Because she's
Where
smart
on the
and cool.
ship does it spit us out?
I mean, we haven't been through it yet. That's why you all are here, right? Have you gone
No.
through it, Valerie?
Yeah, I've been through it all the time. Yeah.
I thought you would have taken me. I'm sorry.
I feel like I did. Did I not take you? You didn't go with me? Oh, I guess that wasn't you.
You
That's
talked about
weird.
once. Like, I didn't. We were like debating on whether it was a portal or like if they had a tunnel or something. And
No. It's a portal.
okay.
Yeah.
Great. Are you like working with anybody else to like figure this out? Or is it just,
What?
are you working with anybody else to figure this
No.
out? Or okay.
No. I used to hang out with my sister, and she would like talk about and I met a lot of her friends. And,
Oh, yeah, of course she would go through the portal because she's was working with the. I didn't know how I didn't put that together. Very insensitive of me.
It's okay, man. You know you're my number one guy, right?
And number one, you told me earlier. I remember it. I thought about it. I've been thinking about it since you said it earlier.
Yeah, number one guy. I'm nothing without you. So anyway, yeah, it's a portal. I mean, I don't know if to put you at the same place every time, so...
Do we just ask, do we ask behind the bar, or like, I'll take the portal?
No.
I don't know.
No. There's a Dragonborn who I'm on good enough terms with. But I don't know what he's going to think of you guys.
Yeah.
We'll be on our best behavior.
He's kind of a... Wait,
What
are you
is
talking...
it? I feel like it's bingo night every time with this one. What is this?
What if you, said you were turning us in?
How do you have an endless list of these, Eliza? I'm sorry. There's just a different one every time. It's amazing.
So good.
I'm good. Wait, someone asked what if I turned you guys in?
What if you could say that you were turning us in?
This is an idea.
How would that help? That would just, I don't know.
Where does it spit us out?
Call the meridian, right? Or whatever.
Yeah, okay, maybe you're right.
Although, I mean...
Maybe we could bribe this Dragonborn?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe
I guess if I said that I was turning you in, and that I had to get through to deliver you.
Give him the old Chewbacca.
And we could say we're going along with it because
Chewbacca was a
for the
gnome that I
best.
knew.
All right. Well, I mean, it's even more reason why you guys have to stay quiet. Because if I'm turning you in, you can't be clowning around, making me look bad, trying to do tricks or whatever. Okay? Everybody's going to be
sure.
Cool?
That probably wouldn't get us in if you were not turning us in either.
Yeah.
No, it definitely wouldn't, but it would...
regardless of the situation, it would be
I
bad
agree.
I'm
just trying to sell it to this guy. You and I are on the same page.
Unless the Dragonborn god loves tricks.
Yeah, but
The
I
X
mean,
Factor.
Moonboy, come on, you and I have seen the tricks this guy's pulling. Are they the impressive kind?
His head would fall off and he'd die.
Right, Snoop? Snoop gets it.
Snoop!
He sucks and we don't like him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so let's go in and everybody play it cool. This is all of our lives on the line. Okay, the plan is I am turning you in, but I'm just getting you over there.
Or like you're helping us turn ourselves in, even.
How smart is this Dragonborn?
Sure. I mean, should you guys tie yourselves up or something?
But then we'd be tied up.
I have some rope.
Yeah.
He's got
Things
a
turn
point.
south.
I would rather not be tied
Yeah,
up.
you'd be tied up, but I mean, how am I turning you in?
That was why I was
what
thinking that the story could be you're helping us turn ourselves in.
Why would you be turning yourselves in?
To get
Just-
the prisoners freed.
Yeah, to get the prisoners freed.
They'll free the
and
prisoners
because-
if you guys turn yourselves in?
I think, hold on, Snoop goes through again a bunch of pockets that are inside of his robes, and he pulls out one of the crumpled wanted posters, and he puts it close. He gets his tiny glasses out again and puts it on, and he gets up real close to the bottom, and he's like, "Yeah, it does say here. I think it's like an intimidation tactic that if they turn themselves in without fighting anyone, that the prisoners will be free to go if it's proven that they have no association with the party." And he pulls the flyer down. He's like, "They're. I hate to say that, but they're right on this one."
Oh, okay. Fine. I'm just trying to make sure we're safe.
But then
Makes it easier on me.
When we go in, it's a trick, and we do kill them, right?
You got it, Moonboy.
Obviously.
Nice.
Yeah,
Also,
but you got to get her to the portal first. Remember. He
Sure.
pulls out the piece of paper that the Windrider signed before. He's like, "You got to get her through the portal. Get her where she wants to go on the ship."
Right.
I have a bit of magic that turns unpleasant people into friendly people. How smart is this Dragonborn?
That's
I don't know,
another option.
I don't know. Are you asking him about protein powder? Super smart.
Yeah. He does love working out. That's the only thing I know about him. He loves
Dude
working
is
out.
swole.
Can I clock this Dragonborn? Is he in the room?
You all have not gone into the bar yet. Would you like to go to the
Oh,
bar?
I thought we were outside. Okay, or I
No.
thought we were
outside.
inside.
We're
now.
outside, fake smoking.
Oh,
Or
that's
smoking. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
right.
you guys are smoking them backwards.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps if he doesn't fall for your story, I'll just use my magic and hopefully he'll be our new best friend.
Okay, your magic isn't like showy or anything, right? Like you don't have to do a dance or
Yes,
try to
it's-
like moonwalk or
it's
something.
dance magic. No.
Then maybe no, don't do that.
Don't
It's
sell
not
yourself
dance
short, Windrider. You're an excellent dancer.
Yeah, I've seen you do a dance spell or two.
I've never seen anyone dance at this bar. Have you seen anyone dance at this bar?
No.
I'm
this
not
is
going
not
to
a
dance.
dancing
I'm not
kind of
going
bar.
to dance.
All right. No dancing.
Gonna
Just
keep.
just a low profile is what we're looking for.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay?
I know the
L-
bartender, so I can maybe see if we can just get you straight back. It will be if we're unveiling you, it will be a whole ordeal once we step inside. So maybe keep the costumes on, and then we can make a judgment call. But or are we just going straight in?
Now let's go in. Costumes on.
Let's
go.
Cool.
Are you sure
All
you
right.
don't want this white wig? We still have it.
Oh yeah, Snoop whips it out. He's like, anyone? White wig, curls.
I'll take it.
Wonderful. He hands it over.
What was Kai's
I mean-
disguise? Sorry, I forgot what Kai's looks like.
It's an older,
Ponytail?
fastidious gentleman with no ponytail.
With a distinct lack of a ponytail.
Yes. There's nothing.
I'll
where a
wave my
ponytail would
ponytail
be.
you.
You're missing out.
I've tried.
All right.
All right. go in
Cool.
there.
So
I've
if
walked that path.
Case, if you want to go ahead and throw the Roll20 map up on screen here so everyone can see it, then this is what you see as you all step into these two front doors of the bar. It is a grandiose bar, even though it is not a huge one. It has pretty high ceilings, and it has like birds flying around within the ceilings. There are
This is the Rainforest Cafe.
Big time.
Totally.
it's very funny that you clocked that because I think I legitimately said that to the person who made this map. So
Think Rainforest Cafe.
yeah, I think I said Margaritaville, but so but yeah, it has this like weird off-putting vibe, and yeah, as you can see, there are tables everywhere. There's a fountain in the middle of the room, and there's a bar straight ahead. There's kind of like two raised platforms on each side. There are like longer, bigger tables where people eat. And you can hear a couple of jeers from the top of this staircase that you can see here next to the bar itself here. And you see a ponytailed bartender. Very lively, tall, like blonde hair, and he goes, "Oh, hey, new guys!" as you all step in. And the other thing you notice here as you step in the bar is it is full of widowers. Like there is every token that you can see on the map is someone who is wearing an insignia for the widowers inside of this bar, which includes the bartender. And with
I've definitely
that,
got my hat
Yeah.
just about as low cocked as a hat can be. I'm
I offered you the wig.
bumping into K.A.I and Valerie. I'm tripping on Moonboy.
I'll pull my ribbon scarf up over my face a little bit further, although they wouldn't recognize me.
Now no one will see.
And I'm a bug behind here.
your two big antennas are sticking out. You know?
I take my two middle arms and fold them behind my back. I'm a human.
Oh boy.
She clicks.
Sounds like somebody's driving over tortilla chips.
And honestly, on that, we're gonna call this. We're gonna call this.
We're
That's
going out our tortilla chips.
Oh man.
Very Margaritaville.
Eliza, thank you so much for playing with us tonight. Would you be willing to come back next week and finish off this, this fight?
I'm sorry I clowned around so much that it
too much fun.
it took that long. But yeah, I'd love to
worry.
come back. It's really fun.
I am, I like to say, stop being funny. I have D&D to do on here, but I'll let you know a little secret. It's funny, and I like it, and I enjoy it.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck that was. I really apologize for that.
You're doing great, Harlan.
It's okay. We're almost out.
It's okay, Snoop.
Snoop.
Great. So awesome.
Thanks.
Yay.
And that's it for everything.
That's
for
it.
the night. If y'all want to
Widowers.
if y'all want to throw your tokens where you are on this
Sure.
map, we'll pick it up.
Okay.
Not in combat.
There's 10
But definitely
widowers.
here. So.
Is there?
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, okay.
No. He said just the ones with the insignias, right?
No, every token that you
Every
can see.
single token
Oh
on the map.
no.
Yikes. Okay.
I
we're
count
fine.
10, but
It's
there might
fine,
be more.
everybody.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Just for the record, the Moonboy goes, uh-oh, and starts hiccuping.
1, 2, 3, 5.
And as
Oh boy.
some of you will remember
Um,
that he hiccups when it's about to go down.
it's start time.
Case just said that's where the cigarette went, which is a joke she deserves credit for.
That's what you're supposed to do with them, right? You inhale them.
Cool. All right, that's it for the
Yay!
night.
I'm
What's
gonna
Right.
give one more big thank you to Big Top
Big Top.
Yeah.
Studios
for having
and
us out here,
Productions.
and a big thank you to you guys. Please go follow me on my personal channel, twitch.tv/RazorLou.
Do you have anything you want to plug, Eliza?
Oh yeah, watch Earth to Ned on Disney Plus. It's the show that I had wrote and showrun, and
It's
it is it's fun.
It's legitimately hilarious.
Thank you. And I have a new album out called Regarding My Lovers, which is 10 tracks of stand-up comedy and 5 tracks of original music.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
can Google
good.
that and get it. It's fun.
Get it.
Do it. We will. We'll tweet links out to him, and
Harlan and I have a Dungeons & Dragons talk show right here on this channel every Thursday at 5:30 called The Dungeon. This week, our
true.
special guest, it's our first ever player guest, Jackie Cation.
Yeah.
A very famous stand-up comedian. She just got done with the 16-year campaign, so we're gonna get her thoughts.
Holy
I know,
shit.
it's incredible.
That's incredible.
16-year
Ugh.
She's the
D&D
best.
experience.
Wow.
Yeah, and she's great. So check that out. That will be right here, 5:30 Mountain Time on Thursday.
yeah.
And what
We have
else?
2 two-parters this week. This is
Yeah.
2-parter.
Yeah.
Eliza, join
And
us.
then this game will be a 2-parter. It's good. It's
Pretty
great.
good.
And I have a Magic the Gathering podcast called The Commander Sphere with another comedian, Dan Sheehan. If you're into that sort of thing, check us out.
Last time I pitched doing comedy in a field. This time you can see me do comedy in a parking lot.
Concrete under
It
those
used to be a
toes.
field,
Yep,
then
that's
got
true.
gentrified.
And they
Until
ruined the field.
They paved over paradise.
Where's the show? Where can people go see you perform?
Denver Comedy Underground.
Nice.
It's on Saturday. If you're in Denver,
Saturday.
Come
Google
check it
that
out.
shit.
Yeah, I am.
All right.
Yeah, cool.
Thanks,
All right.
guys.
Thanks so much, and we'll see you next week.
We'll see
We
you
love
next
you.
Dave, for the
Bye.
Margaritaville fight.
Stargazer, Moonboy, Klik, the Crusher, K.A.I, Humbly Chef, and the Windrider, Flute, Whimteaser. They're better than heroes. They'll never be zeros. Oh, oh.